Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, or just a lovely few days if you don't celebrate that. But I've been building since I've last seen you, and we have been a little bit delayed on these videos. Just wanted to take a bit of time before Christmas and all of that stuff. But I'm back now and I'd love to show you what I built. I wanted to try a few new things and I hope that you like it, but it was loads of fun to build and I definitely learned quite a few new tips and tricks that I hope to continue giving to you, or continue trying and showing you as I go. So without further ado, let's go straight to the time lapse and I'll show you what I built afterwards and explain a little bit about everything. Let's go. So here is our final build, or final two builds. This is the same build, I've just rotated it. We've got this really cool, like, burnt house. I wanted to make it look like it had been kind of half burnt, but the fire put out fairly recently, so it's still smouldering just a little bit. But it was really fun to build, and I want to do it again. Now, there's no interior, because honestly, the interior would be half burnt. I did try and make sure that this inside bit is, like, fallen down and kind of, like, burnt up a little bit, and added some mud on the ground to kind of look like ash. Now, we've got a few particle effects, and also all these little candles that I've lit just to make it look like it's, like, smouldering a bit, like the fire was really recently put out. Oh, I'm it's flying a bit too fast. But yeah, we've got this cool little tree. I just wanted to add it for a little bit of terraining, just to make it look like an actual, I don't know, lived-in house, which is why we've got this little gate and a pathway up. I love the house as well itself, so I pretty much built the house first and then I destroyed it to make it look like it was burnt. And yeah, I've used some kind of foreshadowing. I just put some, like, darker terracotta compared to the jungle planks, of course, up here, and then the spruce over here is just to kind of simulate wet wood or slightly burnt wood, just to show, you know, how the fire has been put out. And that's also why we've got this kind of mini gradient from the dark stuff to the lighter wood, just to bring it in just a little bit. But yeah, the house itself I really like, just with all of the texturing and colouring that I've done. You can see it a little bit better over this side, because obviously you don't have the burning house over this side. But yeah, it was really fun to build. You can see at the back, I did do the back this time, so it's charred, it's burnt up. I think it's really cool looking. And we've done the same kind of ash effect that we did on the last fiery build, so little candles all through the sky to make it look like ash is falling down. Now, not loads, because again, the fire's been put out fairly recently, so some of the ash would have fallen, but we've got a little bit just to add a little bit extra. We've also got the white smoke. Now, the white smoke, you know, it kind of shows the fire has been put out, and again, fairly recently, and that's also why we've got the particle effects for the campfires, just again to show, like, it's slightly smouldering, but not a whole bunch. Looking at it from this angle looks really cool, just because of the amount of, like, broken scaffoldy type stuff I've had to try and do. I kind of simulated, like, the windows would have been here and here, which is why they've got the most emptiness, because I guess the glass would have been blown out from all of the fire, or broken from the fire. And we've also got big sections, so this section is kind of meant to, it's not perfect, but meant to simulate like it was here, but it's kind of fallen over in time. This section could have been anywhere, could have been from the top here, because we've got a big section missing up here. And I've just realized, let's get rid of that. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, we've kind of charred the roof a little bit over here, kind of gradiented a little bit with the rest of the tough brick, or this polished tough, and same with the window here. Now, I really like this build. It's kind of, like, when you look at it from afar, you don't realize that I've used mostly nether brick, because it's very reddish. Well, you don't realize the color just because of how dark it is compared to the rest of the light up here. I also put a few dead plants just around to kind of look like the ground has been scorched just a little bit. Nothing intense, but it helps quite a lot. Again, we've got a very simple terrain just around, just to make it look like it's an actual house in a neighborhood, instead of just a random building in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, this was a really fun build to do, and I'm so happy with the results. Like, it took me a lot less time than I thought, but even while I was building it, it felt like no time had passed. Like, this whole burnt section I really, really do love. And I want to try this again, but maybe a little bit more on a larger scale. I think could be very cool. And also I want to make it just a little more realistic. Like, have a bit more caving in and falling down just a bit. But yeah, this whole build was so much fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's another house I've burnt down, so it's been very fun. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the builds, and if you did, make sure you like the video and just let me know what you liked about it, what you didn't like, just so I know for future reference. This was a whole lot of fun, and I hope to see you in the next video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!